Hello, my soul family. How are you all? And I hope you are doing great, wonderful, amazing, and safe wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all in my channel. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, for giving me lots of love. And I am very glad that I help you out in some manner. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, then please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And you can also let me know in the comment section if you want to tell me anything. So this is part number 8. For those who have not watched part number 1 to part number 7, you can check the link in a description box. I'm going to add a link in a description box. Okay. So in the last part, we get to know that how we can do our deep shadow healing work. Okay. And till creating the spiritual protection, that was the 10th step, which we get to know, through which we can create our healing, okay, through which we can start our healing, which we can complete our deep shadow healing. So now in this part, which is part number 8, we are starting with the next step, which is the healing the spirits of the mental bondage. Let's start today's video. 11th step, which is healing the spirits of mental bondage. These are the 7 painful implants of separation which are having in your subconscious mind or your emotional body. So what does this mean? Okay, what does the spirits of bondage means? So spirit of bondage means confusion, enslavement, manipulation, suffering, disease, and fragmentation, which happens because you are having spirits of fear. What does that mean? That means that fear builds demonic houses. Okay, the imposter spirits, they attempt, the imposters or the fallen races, they attempt to increase the bondage loop of the spirits of fear in the minds of people who are building the demonic houses within their consciousness from their own mind and fear based thought forms. When the body, mind, and heart are corrupted by repeated fear based thoughts, the internal structure to house these energies, these qualities of demonic spirits will reside in the mind and consciousness body. So, these lower quality spirits manifest tremendous pain and suffering. In severe cases of repeated destructive spiritual behavior, this can evolve to a thought form and possession around a certain theme, such as addiction. When people believe in the fear based program set up as belief systems in the 3D world, they easily act as a border guards of the matrix. They are willing to self enforce unethical laws on others, no matter how corrupt or tyrannical the society. We must see the fear based programming operating in the global space and understand how it is used in the microcosm for producing human slavery in order to free ourselves of the personal fears that make us suffer, building demonic houses that block our highest spiritual expression. Okay, so the most common fear bondage loops take root in the pain body, which is our emotional body, that is our subconscious mind, from places where fear generated walls of separation. Behind these walls are the most common core fear and dark spirit attachments, elementals, dead energies, fragments, demonics, earthbound souls, okay, negative alien, collective thought forms, ancestors attachment, etheric weapons, geopathic stressors, curry, which is the static energy fields, okay, and just plain bad energy, reversal life force energy, which is deposited into the landmass in houses, place of worships, or any other space a person walks around the ground. This kind of negative energy can build up in a person's aura, and make one physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually sick. This is similar to understanding in our life in if our life force or aura, okay, and aura are not circulating properly, that make us that will make us feel unwell. Okay, if we have an entity attachment in our aura, it can make us feel sick, slimmed, and not ourselves. If a massive trauma happens on a landmass, at any point in time, that energy is stuck there until someone cleans it up. So, if no one does it, it lingers and attracts more negative energy that produce great suffering in the minds and emotions of the human beings. Okay, so let's start with the seven spirits. Okay, what are the seven spirits? Let me tell you first the name. Okay, so the first spirit is the spirit of unworthiness. Okay, and the second spirit is, okay, the second spirit is spirit of guilt and shame. The third spirit is spirit of self doubt. The fourth spirit is spirit of betrayal and abandonment. The fifth spirit is spirit of anger and rage. The sixth spirit is spirit of fear and denial. The seventh spirit is spirit of entrapment and enslavement. So these are the spirits of fear. These are the spirits of mental bondage, which create more confusion, enslavement, suffering, disease, manipulation, and fragmentation. Okay, so these are actually the seven most painful implants which are there in your subconscious minds, which creates the mental bondage. So let's start with the first one, which is the spirit of unworthiness. So spirit of unworthiness is a lack of self love and self acceptance that is the result of internal battle with one's personal image. When we feel unworthy, we are hiding beliefs that we are not good enough. Okay, fears of inadequacy and failure, powerlessness, which are the result of false mental images of perfection or holding the standards that are not realistic. Okay, so if you are having a spirit of unworthiness inside your subconscious mind, or okay, so if you are having this, then in your hologram, then in your 3D, you are going to manifest the souls, okay, who are having a spirit of self entitlement. They will be a reflection. Okay, they will be a reflection of you. Basically, they are telling you that you are having a spirit of unworthiness, that you have to heal yourself. Okay, so the other side of unworthiness is self entitlements. In other words, this is a type of the narcissist. They are having lot of self entitlement problems within themselves. So that's why a narcissist attract in your life, because you are having a spirit of unworthiness. Okay, you do not love yourself. There is a lack of self love and self acceptance. Okay, so it is the belief. The other side of unworthiness is self entitlement. Okay, and it is the belief that you deserve special privileges. They believe that they deserve special privileges, or they have to be given something without any personal effort or having to earn it. Imposing unrealistic demands onto others and feeling sorry for yourself when you do not get what you want. So if you are having it, so what you have to do is that you have to do your healing. So what is your healing focus is, you have to do a healing focus on practicing self love and self acceptance. Okay, calling upon the spirit of unconditional love and humility. Okay, the next spirit is the spirit of guilt and shame. The spirit of guilt is the feeling of responsibility or remorse for doing something that is believed to be bad, whether it is real or imagined. The spirit of shame is the painful feeling that we are a bad person, arising from the consciousness of something that happened and that we believe is disgraceful, wrong, or evil, that could be carried out by oneself or another person. Guilt and shame usually interchange together with the fear based beliefs that somehow we are bad, or we did something that made us a bad person. We may believe God is punishing us. Okay, so if you are having a spirit of guilt and shame inside of you, in your hologram, they will be souls or person manifesting who will have the spirit of self righteousness. Okay, righteousness. The spirit of self righteousness defends hidden fears of guilt and shame, generally justifying actions of believing that whatever they did was morally right and justificable even when it generated harm. Okay, so right, self-righteous people are intolerant of others and take a morally superior attitude to defend their ego position in regard to their belief systems. They may feel so guilty about something they did that they preach to others about the evils of their own offenses without disclosing it, making them a hypocrite. Okay, so what is the healing focus you have to do in this case? That if you are having spirit of guilt and shame inside of you, then you have to practice self forgiveness. Practicing self forgiveness, self compassion, and holding the observer point. We must find ways to let go of the painful past and know that right now, in this moment, we can draw on our inner power by being fully present. So you can call upon the spirits of Christ. Okay, so now let's talk about the next spirit, which is the spirit of self doubt. Okay, so the spirit of lack of trust is not believing or trusting in ourselves, that we lack something, that we need and lack confidence in our own abilities, that to make it through life challenges. The spirit of self doubt is from the chronic lack of confidence that holds us back from leading our life and sensing opportunities where we can more authentic people. Okay, so lack of trust and self doubt are both poison to the mind and related to emotional issues that hide problems with self esteem and self respect. So if you are having spirit of self doubt, then you are going to manifest souls or person in your hologram, in your 3D around yourself, who will have the spirit of arrogance in them. The spirit of arrogance is the other side that makes up for hidden self-doubt and lack of self-esteem. The quality of being a know it all, or believing that you know more than everyone else, that you are capable of something that you are not. Arrogance is incredibly selfish and it tends to generate tremendous amount of destruction and harm in the world without having a cosines that feels remote. So if you are having inside a spirit of self doubt, then you have to do a healing focus on building safety, trustworthiness, and empathy within your inner self. Okay, call upon the spirit of purity and spirit of humility. Okay, now let's talk about the next spirit, which is the spirit of betrayal and abandonment. Okay. The spirit of betrayal is a deeply painful fear, okay, hidden in the collective consciousness. Also, it is the pain felt when being deceived and being betrayed by those who you trusted and loved the most. Okay. It is a violation of trust and bond. The spirit of abandonment is the fear of being deserted and left alone to fend for yourself, suffering with a great loss and the pain of grieving. Okay, it can be the consequence of betrayal. Many people continue to play out sides of betrayal and abandonment with each other in the sexual misery programming. Okay, abandonment stems from our deepest subconscious fear that we have been totally abandoned by our real parent, our god parent, who left us here alone to face the darkness. Okay, so if you are having the spirit of betrayal and abandonment, then the person who are manifesting in your hologram, okay, the souls who are coming in your 3D reality will have the spirit of fear in intimacy. Intimacy means emotionally they are unavailable. Okay, so the spirit of fear in intimacy is the defense mechanism that avoids emotional closeness and vulnerability with other people as a result of the fear of emotional demands that may be required, and hidden fears that once invested, the relationship may cycle into patterns of betrayal and abandonment. So if you are having if you are having the spirit of betrayal and abandonment inside of you, the healing focus will be that you have to build a strong core with self care, compassionate communication for requesting emotional needs, and resolving intimate relationships conflicts while setting healthy boundaries. Okay, call upon the spirits of Christ and the spirits of unconditional love and kindness. So the next spirit is the spirit of anger and rage. The spirit of anger is a strong emotional reaction that may occur when people feel violated, victimized, or their personal boundaries have been crossed, or they suffered losses. Anger commonly leads to toxic feelings of resentment and bitterness. Okay, so the spirit of rage is an intense and growing anger in which people lose control over their impulses and act out of destructively. Many times in expressing angers and rage, people have short term, okay, or partially entity possessions that continue to feed the destructive impulses that lead to violence. Rage is the most dangerous risk for full satanic possession. Okay, so the spirit of contempt, okay, the spirit of contempt, that is the disrespect, is the result of anger that forms the belief system, belief that something or someone is beneath consideration, worthless, or having disdain or disgust or dislike or disapproval for them. Okay, so, this is not letting go of the past. Anger and resentments can breed continuously contempt and bitterness, disrespect towards other, believing that they are subhuman or of the lower status. So, if you are having the spirit of anger and rage, the healing focus you have to do is pay attention to reactions and instead making the choice to respond with a higher emotion. Okay, do not react, respond with the higher emotion. Dedicate to find ways to create calmness and stillness daily to revive or replace anger emotions. Okay, focus on impulse control. Call upon the spirits of Christ and the spirits of kindness, patience, and forbearance. Okay, so now let's talk about the next spirit, which is the spirit of fear and denial. Okay. The spirit of fear is the feeling of being afraid of some kind of threat or danger, real or imagined. Okay. Many people are numb from feelings of fear through freeze reaction, which is activated in the nervous system when fight or flight responses are exhausted. Exhausted. Okay. What is a fight or flight response? It is an acute stress response, which essentially is a threat to our survival. Okay, it activates at that point of time. So the fear response in our sympathetic nervous system initiates a psychological reaction in response to a perceived harmful event, attack, or threat to the survival. The spirit of denial is used to escape the reality of the unpleasant fears or dangers by stating they do not exist through the refusal to address them. Sometimes people may admit to the fear or danger, but they deny the responsibility to deal with the situation by blaming someone or something else. Transferring responsibility of your own emotional reactions to others is referred to as projection, and many narcissists does the projection. Okay, for example, a person who is habitually rude may constantly accuse others people of being rude. It incorporates blame shifting and the projection of one unconsciousness quality onto others. Many empath starseeds, light workers, twin flames can feel this even when they are unawakened, that is, shifting blames to them by the karmic relationships. Okay, if you are having the spirit of fear and denial, then the healing focus will be willing to admit fears and be honest with yourself. When you see the fear, take it as a lesson for personal growth, for your soul growth. Without any judgment, you can choose to heal the fear. Denial of fears or denying unpleasant situations will only make them worse. Commit to practice loving kindness meditations directed towards yourself and others. Reconcile your relationship with God. Call upon the spirits of Christ and spirits of discipline, okay, kindness, patience, and truth. Now let's talk about the seventh spirit, which is the spirit of entrapment and enslavement. Okay, the spirit of entrapment is to feel a sense of being caught in a trap, being tricked and deceived into something that has grave consequences, feeling abandoned by the God. The spirit of enslavement is a system in which principles of property are applied to people where individuals own, buy, and sell other humans as a form of property. From fallen races, it is clear that hidden in our collective subconscious, all of humanity is aware at some level we are not free beings on earth, that we live in a global system of slavery. Facing how we were enslaved and what really has happened in human history and reclaiming our truth is the only path to liberate ourselves.
So if you are having spirit of entrapment and enslavement, so the in your hologram you are going to manifest the spirit of deception. The other person is going to have the spirit of deception.
The healing focus you have to put here is towards developing courage to face the current terrain on the planet earth as a system of world, okay, slavery and world slavery. Educate yourself on human trafficking, that is the sex slavery or disaster economies which are built on human sufferings. You have to understand that we are in a spiritual war and we must find ways to reconcile our relationship with God and connect with our inner soul. We find true freedom when we remove fear and disunity with God, and then we can experience God ever presently within us. So call upon the spirits of Christ and the spirits of truth and freedom to vanquish any area where there will be a dark deception in your life. So these were basically these were the spirits of mental bondage, and this is how you are going to heal the spirits of mental bondage. Now let's talk about the LTR. Now we are going to learn the meaning and importance of LTR. What is this LTR? LTR means linguistic template reprogramming. Linguistic means the voice, the sound. Okay, template is your DNA. Okay, this is the DNA template, and reprogramming means to reprogram. So the linguistic template reprogramming means that by using your voice, by using your sound, you are healing and reprogramming your DNA template via mind, visuals, and intentions. Okay, in other words, the affirmations which we use, we say these affirmations, we write these affirmations, we visualize these affirmations, are come in the category of linguistic template reprogramming. So now I have made many linguistic template reprogramming affirmations. You can use your voice, your sound, okay, and you can use the visual, and you can reprogram your DNA template here. So let's see, let's start with the LTR affirmations or the linguistic template reprogramming. Okay, first is I am willing to see the truth and go beyond the shadow of fear. While saying this, by using your voice, when you say it by your voice, you have to imagine in your mind also. Okay, and you have to set up an intention also that you are whatever you are doing it. Okay, so next is I am safe, protected, and supported by God. I am divinely guided. Okay, the next one is the my personality matrix is healed, my personality matrix is whole. Okay, the next one is my personality matrix is free from all mind control programs. The next point is the I integrate all levels of my personality matrix. The next one is I healed my first level, that is unconscious mind. My unconscious mind is free from all types of abuse, trauma, shock, devastation, all areas of trauma and damage. The next one is my first layer, that is the first dimension, the first chakra, that is the root chakra, that is the memory storage or the hard drive, is now on reset on my original divine blueprint, which was originally created by the God, by the divine. The next point is I activate my first chakra, that is the root chakra. The next one is I activate my second chakra, that is the sacral chakra. The next one is I activate my third chakra, that is the solar plexus chakra. The next one is I am safe and secure. The next one is I live in the now moment. The next one is my base foundation is stable and solid. The next one is my root chakra is open and balanced. The next one is I trust in the process of life. I trust in the process of life. The next one is all is well in my world. The next one is I am exactly where I meant to be. The next one is I feel safe in my body. The next one is I inhale trust and exhale fear from my whole body system, chakras, and minds. The next one is my hard drive, that is unconscious mind, is free from all implants, fears, imposter spirits, negative ego thoughts, actions, and deeds, all seven houses of ego. The next one is my first layer, that is the memory storage or unconscious mind, is free from addiction, lust, wrath, rage, vigilance, greed, envy, jealousy, gluttony, waste, laziness, discouragement, pride, positive or negative self importance. I do not consent any predator forces, fallen races, or dark forces, imposter spirits to control or influence my unconscious mind. My unconscious mind is free from the control of the fallen races. The next one is I build new houses for service to God, that is service to others, by building a strong relationship with my inner spiritual light. I ask God to help me to build the house of purity in my mind and body, the house of patience in my mind and the body, the house of generosity in my mind, in my body, the house of kindness in my mind and body, the house of discipline and conservation in my mind and body, the house of diligence in my mind and body, the house of humility in my mind and my body. Okay, the next one is my unconscious mind, subconscious mind, and conscious mind is healed, balanced, integrated into one. The next one is my scleral chakra is open and balanced. The next one is my solar plexus chakra is open and balanced. The next one is I healed my second layer, that is subconscious mind. My subconscious mind is free from all types of unresolved pain memories, walls of separation, all seven primary mental and emotional states, that is unworthiness, shame, guilt, lack of trust, self doubt, betrayal and abandonment, anger and rage, fear, entrapment and enslavement. The next one is I became whole by releasing all ego subpersonalities which fragment my mind, body, and soul. The next one is I release all of the pain of the separation or primordial imprints of separation from my soul and DNA. The next one is my first station of identity, that is the incarnate identity of consciousness or the personality matrix consciousness, is now connected completely. The last one is I healed my third layer, that is my conscious mind. So these were the linguistic template reprogramming through which, by using your sound, by using your voice, you can reprogram your DNA template. Okay. So now the next one is self talk. Okay, the next step through which you can do your deep shadow healing is self talk. You have to do it once, twice, or any other, okay, according to your divine will, according to your free will, according to your consciousness, what according to your intuition. If your intuition wants to talk two times, three times, you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, so apply according to your situation. Okay, so you have to do a self talk. You have to take a time out and you have to talk to yourself. You have to stand in front of a mirror, okay, and talk to your own self and say that how are you, what are you doing, what do you want to do, and say I love you. Okay, you have to tell yourself that you love yourself. You have to tell yourself that I love you. Okay, you have to talk to yourself by looking into the mirror. So this is the 13th step through which you can complete your deep shadow healing. Now, the last step through which you can complete your deep shadow healing work is by acceptance, surrender, and gratitude. Okay, you have to accept the things as it is happening in your life, and you have to surrender to the divine that everything is happening for your highest good. I surrender myself to the divine, and you have to pay gratitude every single day to the divine, to the God. Okay, you have to use this affirmation that thank you so much, my God. Okay, thank you so much, God. Okay, whatever God you believe in, if you want to name it, you can name it. So you have to write down this affirmation that thank you so much, God, for always blessing me and for always being with me. You have to express your gratitude for every single blessing you are having in your life. You express your gratitude towards the God, express the gratitude towards your soul family, towards your karmic family, towards your karmic relationships, towards your soulmates, towards your friends, towards your children, towards your twin flames, towards every single soul in the world. Okay, so this is how you can complete your deep shadow healing. I hope this will help you out in integrating your first station of identity, that is your personality matrix. And with this part, we have completed now the first station of identity. We have completed it. Okay, the station of identity, which is the personality matrix. I hope this will help you out in some manner. But if you want to ask me anything, you can let me know in the comment section. So sending you lots of love, healing and happy energies to all my soul family who are watching my video. Take care of yourself, and I will see you all soon.